I am Udayan Bose. I'm the founder and CEO of NetElixir. With me, I have Chaz Fox. Chaz is a dear friend first and a dear client. He's the CEO of a company called Micromark, and he'll talk a lot about as to what Micromark does and his vision for the company and so on. Chaz, welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Those of you who may be interested, he was a very successful NFL player, and from there making a transition into let us say the world of finance and then to the world of retail, and now being the CEO of Micromark. And you mentioned some amazing things about innovations, 600 innovations in the last 4 years and things like that. Our audience would love to know a little bit more.
Sure, I'll be glad to talk about that. I was lucky enough to play in the NFL for a few years, and it was a great experience for me as a young person. And in the NFL, almost all the players, the talent levels are pretty much the same. The difference is how you get the teammates aligned and on the same page, and then the strategy. There are different teams run different plays, and they have different strategies both on offense and defense and even on special teams. And that really struck me, and I carried that on in my career in terms of really assessing a strategy in business.
So in terms of Micromark, can you share with us as to what does Micromark do and what is your vision for Micromark?
Sure, we've been around for 92 years. So obviously a company that's been around that long has had to morph several times, and we have done that. I took over as a CEO 4 years ago and embarked upon a strategy of innovation. We sell precision power tools and hand tools and supplies to master makers and high-end hobbyists. In the last 4 years, with this new initiative for innovation, we have introduced over 600 new products.
600 new product innovations is a lot in 4 years.
Yeah.
So is there any particular innovation that you are the most proud of?
One is to take our existing best-selling products, that some of them have been around for decades, and to wrap them up with the package that makes the most sense. So all the accessories and making that into one thing seems like a simple idea, but that new delivery of that product gave customers exactly everything that they needed. They didn't have to go hunt.
I know, Chaz, you have been a very valued UPS customer. Would you be able to share as to how has really UPS helped you build the business?
Yeah, so I have, over the course of my career, I've been with UPS, been FedEx. I understand both relationships. But UPS has evolved. They've done as good as they can to hold costs down as best they can and become a very efficient company. And at the same time, they know that retailers need best practices, and so and that's how we actually got to NetElixir was through a UPS connection. And they are connecting retailers with best in class. And those kinds of programs are very, very helpful. And some companies aren't taking advantage of them. But I highly recommend they come in the door, they make these presentations, here's some options. And these introductions are fabulous. They have events where you meet and learn best in class. So if you want to be that learning organization, UPS is very, very helpful in that strategy.
So you're essentially talking about this concept which was, I think, floated quite a few years back, called the core competence. Yes. So you should be really sort of focusing on strengthening and focusing around the core competence. And anything which is not core to your business, you should really build a partner ecosystem, yes, which can really probably do it better than you can yourself, right? Now, how do you go about sort of building such an ecosystem?
Yeah, well, so you have to look at who has best practices, and that's difficult. So we, in creating the partnership with you, and we went through a lot of contortions to see what is NetElixir all about? Where are they going? What are they doing? It was a great story, and so that's how we got here with you. The same thing with UPS is sort of a lot of investigation to find and get comfortable with the partnership. When a company like yourself takes the time to find out what is Micromark really about, what is that story about, where are you going with this, you get a lot more comfortable with what they can do for you.
Thank you very much, Chaz. Really appreciate it. Thank you.